We're going to make some backswings here, feeling the skate slide across, and at the top, I'm now going to look to hold my balance, the acrylic board across, and now all of a sudden, it's really kept my left hip much higher. Thanks for joining me. I want to talk about the left knee today, and I see a lot of guys and girls on the mat, when they get to the top of their backswing, because they've worked so much on the left knee staying out, what happens is they get very short in turn. The chest then causes the arms to overrun, and before they know it, they get so out of sequence on the way down that really they can't square the club face up. And all of a sudden, they see the left knee as the resolution to something that they fixed. Of course, what they've tried to fix is this left knee kicking in and down, and this left knee kicking in and down, and now they hold the knee out, and the implications on that are many, many fold. Causes a reduction in hip turn. It stops your chest from rotating. It makes your arms overrun, and now you're out of sequence on the way down. I really want you to appreciate that the left knee must kick in. There is no joint between the foot and the hip. So if I was to hold that knee out and then someone told me to rotate my hip, I can't do it because there is no opportunity to do it because the knee must come with the hip. It's as simple as that. So the knee kicking down and under us is actually more of a reflection of what's going on with your pelvis. The left hip dropping down that is the cause of the left knee kicking in. If I now lift that left hip up, watch what happens to the knee. All of a sudden, the knee now straightens up and kicks a little bit more forwards. So I've got a great little drill here for you using my little contraption here, the leaderboard, and obviously I'm going to show you how to do this at home because you won't be able to get yourself one of these leaderboards. They are like rocking horse poop, but it's a great opportunity to show you how it's going to help you improve that left knee. So by putting your foot on the static skate and then the left foot on the sliding skate that's got some TheraBands that loads the structure, and that's why this is very good, because as soon as you start to load the muscle, you start to get a lot more activation, obviously, and you start to get some much better overtraining. Now I'm going to make a backswing, and when I start to make my left knee work across, because the skate is now lining my feet up, all of a sudden, where my spine is pitched will now have more of an influence on where I'm going to be able to balance at the top of my backswing. So this is a really good way of being able to change how your knee action works, change how the level of your pelvis works, which will ultimately change the way your shoulders turn and then start to change the way your arms pitch. So we're going to make some backswings here, feeling the skate slide across, and at the top, I'm now going to look to hold my balance. Just going to turn that down, a bit too much pressure in there. I want to be able to hold it at the top and demonstrate it to you. So we go up to the top, now I can hold it, and now all of a sudden, the ability for me to keep my spine in forward flexion is more important. As soon as my spine goes into back extension, which is ultimately what's happening when the left knee kicks in and down, I start to go into back extension. The leaderboard won't allow you to do it when your feet line up. So, kick that away. Let's bring on the bill of kit that's going to give you an opportunity to do this at home. This is a acrylic hip board. You can pick one of these up online. Pop your left foot, and if you don't want to do it with a hip board, you can simply go and get yourself a baking tray. Baking tray is actually probably better for you because the edges are rounded. Obviously, the slightly sharper edges on this hip board make a bit more resistance than I would like. So I take my usual stance. Of course, it's now split out and the left foot's in front of it. Now I'm going to make a backswing, and I'm now going to slide the, I'm going to slide the acrylic board across, and now all of a sudden, it's really kept my left hip much higher. So I start to sense how at the top of my backswing, my spine is a lot more forward bent rather than backing up and over. So Now, as I get myself over the golf ball here, when I take myself to the top, I'm now looking to feel that left hip a little higher, which fixes the left knee, which will really start to change the way I sense my shoulder pitch at the top, which will really start to change how the club swings and moves into the golf ball, start to really change the track of the club head. So often when that knee kicks in and under, it backs me up. I can equally come over the top of it from there and cut across it. Or if I'm down enough with my left knee and I tuck my spine across to the target, I can equally swing on the inside of it and blast her out to the right too. So you can now see my path line is inside out. So that left knee kicking in can really alter your path line from the inside or the outside. Just depends on a lot of things, but mostly your face to path value. So the knee will kick in a good backswing, but the left hip being up will make that left knee look a little bit nicer for you, and it will start to change the pitch of your shoulders. It will start to change the forward flexion of your spine, and it will start to impact your shoulder pitch as well. That hopefully will give you a bit of a better chance to start to get that sequencing on the way down to start hitting some straighter shots. That little baking tray, acrylic board drill will really start to change how you balance yourself at the top with your spine now that your left knee is much higher. It's a very, very unique. If you're tired of paying too much for your premium leather golf gloves, head over to gxgolfgloves.com. These are gloves trusted by tour players and elite amateurs alike. Use my code GOODCOACHING to receive 10% off your next order. Go try them out. You won't be disappointed. Unique feel, so do go out and give that a try, and hopefully that has given you something to think about on how to change that left knee action in your backswing. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this, do consider subscribing, and that, my friends, is good coaching.